when you go to Macca's, no matter what location you go to, experience is always the same. The burgers always taste the same. The journey is always the same when you're at the restaurant. Lots of people have been talking about onboarding and how they can improve their onboarding systems. I think too often when people start to work with clients and we get all excited that we've got a new client on board and someone that we can support and nurture to get to where they want to be, the onboarding process for some people tends to be forgotten. You sort of get that, yay, I've got this, let's take the next step. And there are simple things that you can put in place to automate a system that's going to motivate your clients and get them started without you really needing to do much so that you can focus on the next steps, organizing their coaching calls, doing what you need to do. So when it comes to getting your onboarding started, you've signed someone up, they're ready to take that next step. We've got to remember that the experience doesn't end when they say, yes, I want to be your client. The beautiful thing about the startup process for someone and when they're getting started is this is the moment that you've set them up for success. In fact, I like to think that the client journey starts from that first conversation that they have with you, that first touch point. They're all excited. They don't know what to expect next. And you need to make sure that you're nurturing them every step of the way. Those of you that have gone through the onboarding process with us recently, you know that we really value community and connection, and you've got a whole team of people there to support you. So our onboarding call is a group session because we want people to know that there's multiple people that they can reach out to, and they don't necessarily need to rely on one person. When it comes to that initial connection, that initial call that you have with someone, is it about a tailored one-on-one? Is it about moving them into group to leverage and create community and set up the intention straight away? How do you want people to go on that journey with you? You want to automate as much as possible. And this is not just to make your lives easier and to free up time. It is also to set you up to scale. We want to make sure that the process is repeatable. If you are about to go away on holiday and you sign someone up just before you leave, I'm sure you want them to get the same experience as when you're there full time. So creating some automations and things to put in place will help you to create that repeatable experience for your clients. When you go to Macca's, no matter what location you go to, no matter where you are, the experience is always the same. The burgers always taste the same. The journey is always the same when you're at the restaurant. So that's the sort of repeatable process that you want to set up. You want to make sure that there is something in writing that is stipulates essentially what the client can expect from you, but also what you can expect from them. And this is where the expectations for results come into play straight away. If you've got a guarantee, make sure you put it in there. If there are certain expectations that you have of your clients that you know they need to do or need to achieve to get to where you want them to get to, make sure that is written into the agreement. Something that you could put at the start of your process as well, a commitment in terms of what they want to achieve. Keep it separate, but what are the results that your clients want to commit to? What is the amount of effort that they want to put in? Get them to write that down and sign off on it so that you get that written contract in terms of the results that they want to achieve as well. The next part of the process when it comes to nailing your onboarding is having simple payment options. This just doesn't work in terms of overwhelm for your clients, but you also need to be conscious of everything that you've got to follow up. So there was probably and I'm probably underestimating, but I think we had about 30 or 40 different payment types that people could jump into. It was just all over the place. And it made it really difficult when it came to not only managing our cash flow, but also managing the business. It started to create a real mess. So for you to streamline your process, please make sure you keep your payment plan simple so that you always know that all of your clients are only going to be on 3 or 4 different options, which makes it much easier for you to manage. When you've had your sales call or even the onboarding call, make sure they understand what they're going to do next. What do they need to work on? When are they going to be on a call with you next? What does the rest of the program look like at a high level? just so that it really supports them to avoid that cold feet moment of, hey, I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. Have I made the right decision? One of the other things that I really want you all to make sure that you do is set up reminders when it comes to the client journey. Now, Jess has just given a fantastic example there with having a 3-week check-in. That would be something that I'm assuming Jess would be tracking somewhere in terms of reminders and automations and having that flow. The other thing that I want you all to think about in terms of the customer journey is to remember that sometimes the best people that you can sell to are your current clients. So, are there add ons or upgrades or things that you can offer in the client process? Many of you would be receiving emails from us on the odd occasion, whether it's to check in or to talk about, referring a friend or, something else that could benefit you. So, having these reminders set up will really support you to, again, structure a consistent client journey so that you make sure that every single client is feeling nurtured and getting the same result. If you can do an intake form prior to them starting with your team, I think that is probably the most accurate identifier of where they are before working with you, because even from learning your process has taken them to another level where they weren't when they first signed up. The onboarding checklist, I think, is a big thing. So while automations are fantastic, we always need to make sure that there's some sort of onboarding checklist or operating procedure that you can follow or that your team members can follow. And finally, the client journey map. So once the onboarding is done, what's the rest of the flow to ensure that all of your clients get an amazing experience with you? Hey there, thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit like so that we can share it with amazing entrepreneurs just like you. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you never miss another level up strategy that could completely change the game when it comes to growing and scaling your business. We love supporting and helping entrepreneurs to take things to the next level. So be sure to comment below, let us know your questions or the other videos that you would like us to do, and we'll see you on the other side.